What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So we got another episode of This Week in Warframe, going over the weekly reset and basically what to expect as a Warframe player this week. News, info, all that kind of stuff. So let's get right into it. Before we do, make sure you sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. These weekly reset videos go up every week, right when the reset happens, so you're in the right place, that kind of information. I'll also be live after this video goes up, grinding this weekly reset. If you want to go some Netra cells, Archon hunts, etc., come on, stop by. Alright, let's get right into it with the first weekly reset item. Hopefully you got your Umbra Forma last week from Teshin, because this week he's got 50,000 Kuva for basically a discounted rate compared if you were to buy him individually. So, 50k Kuva, if you want to get it, go for it. I probably will get that. Now, as far as this week in Warframe, if you've been paying attention, you might know that the hot fixes are actually paused until the mid-February hotfix. But I think we'll be in that mid-February hotfix this week. It's not going to contain Dante Unbound, the new update, but it will have some annoying glitch fixes like not being able to use a pistol and a glaive Incarnon form at the same time. So, additionally, this week, guys, is the last couple days, your last 4 days, to turn in your grotesque splinters to your Jahu Gargoyle in your clan dojo. So I'm showing it right now on the screen. If you still have this in your clan dojo, go turn these in right away, because you have until the 15th at I think it's 2 p.m. ET to do that. Additionally, before the 15th, you also want to turn in all of your Ayas that you want, all the Ayas you want to turn in right now. There's the big resurgence event, and going here and looking at the vendor, there is I think 8 or 10 frames you could pick relics from. So if you want to get any of this stuff, turn in your normal Aya or spend your regal Aya on these in-game items, as we don't know when they're going to come back. But we do know that it will be Banshee and Mirage starting on Thursday to replace all this stuff. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so we're in the Dorma Zone now. Let's go take a look at Architis. I don't know how to say that. You guys tell me I say Archites wrong. That just shows how important this vendor is to most people. Who even cares about what this person's name is? But yeah, if you do care what this person's name is, what their items are, I'm going to go ahead and show you.
Like old friends.
So we got multiple Riven mods this week, and we got Orokin Reactor Blueprint. So people ask me, how do you get more Orokin reactors in this game besides Platinum? Here's one of your methods right here. I might have 39 of these crafted, but maybe not everybody else does. So turn in 20 Pathos Clamps for an Orokin Reactor Blueprint. You can also get these from invasion missions sometimes. There's sometimes a Gift of the Lotus Alert, although I don't think they do this as much anymore. But yeah, you've got Orokin Reactor for 20 Pathos Clamps, so the 2 Aura Worm fights, Exilus Weapon Adapter, or Warframe Adapter, and I think the 5k Kuva is every week. Someone told me last week, whoever that person was last week, hey, the Forma and the Kuva's there every week. Wrong alert, because look at that, there's no Forma Blueprint here this week, that one guy. But yeah, a somewhat decent turn-in for those reactors. Let's get to the stuff people actually care about, and stuff I care about. Archon hunts, and Duviri Steel Path Incarnons, and I guess normal path circuit as well. So let's get into it. Reminder that there will be Archon Shard Fusion coming in Dante Unbound in March, but as of right now, it's not going to be in the February hotfix. So if you want to just stack up a bunch of Archon Shards for that new update, it will be a smart thing to do, if you ask me. Do your call missions, do your Netra cells, etc., etc. Alright, for the normal circuit, what do we got? We got Nidus, Octavia, and Harrow. Now, I don't really have a great suggestion on here, because I'm going to go ahead and let you know that I think Nidus is one of the most annoying farms in the game, because it comes from infested salvage, and not much else comes from there. But additionally, one of the parts for Harrow is super annoying too. It comes from defection, and no one wants to farm defection. And then also, Octavia has an annoying part to get in Rotation C in infested Daimos Survival. So you have your work cut out for you guys as far as which one you want to pick this week. As far as who has the best Helminth ability, Nidus has Larva, but it's diminished range on the Helminth version. Octavia has Resonator, but it's too OP, it makes it not fun. So that's a pretty good one. And then Harrow's Helminth is Condemn. The Chains of Harrow give you shield gating and stunning enemies. So as far as the most annoying one, I just have really bad nostalgia for Nidus being an annoying farm. But again, if you don't want to farm defection or you don't want to farm infested survival, go for either Octavia or Harrow. But if you don't want to do infested salvage at all, I would recommend Nidus this week. And that's just because Nidus Prime is... Nidus Normal, I have really bad memories of farming him back in the day. So, yeah, you're not going to go wrong with any of those choices, guys. But for the other frames, they only have like one part that's hard to farm, and for Nidus, it's all the parts are annoying to farm, at least in my eyes. So, going over the circuit, the Steel Path circuit, let's see what we got. Just a reminder, if you haven't played in a while, if you have all these Incarnons already, you don't want to pick them for your rank up rewards, you can pick this stuff instead. If you have Opportunity Intrinsic level 9 for Kuva instead. Alright, so going over every Incarnon, we got the Boar Incarnon, the Gammakor Incarnon, the Anku Incarnon, the Gorgon Incarnon, and the Angstrom Incarnon. Some pretty good ones this week. I'd like to remind you that this is the week you can always purchase for Plat. If you go to Cavallero in the Incarnon market, this week will always be purchasable for Plat. It's not random which one it is. It will always be this week 2 rotation at Cavallero. So that being said, let's review what each of these does and if they're worth your time. Now, for the Boar Incarnon, I put this on the Boar Prime. It is a very hard-hitting shotgun. Well, it's full auto normally on the Boar Prime. This makes it have massive crit chance increase and crit damage increase with the top-tier Incarnons. It also has a massive status chance increase option as well. The Incarnon form becomes a fire beam that will chain between, I think, like 3 to 4 enemies, and it is really good. It's actually really, really good for level 10,000 enemies. I usually recommend this over the Torrid Incarnon if we're talking specifically level 10,000 enemies, because it will kill them in one bullet, and the beam is also heat-based as well, which is very nice for level 10,000. So if you're looking for a good level 10,000 primary, this could be it for you. But, you know, there's other options in other weeks too. But yeah, a nice one is always available too if you have the Boar Prime. I'd say go for it. One of the top options this week. Gammakor Incarnon, definitely not as meta, but a usable Incarnon for sure. The Incarnon form makes it a vortex launcher, basically. It has like a little mini vortex that will launch out, will pull enemies in and explode. It has built-in cold damage, and I think it's like a forced impact proc too. So not really a super popular one. You'll probably see Gammakor Ribbons are like really cheap because no one really uses it, but it's not AoE. The primary shot's not AoE, that's what kind of ruins it, so the alt fire is AoE, but not a very big AoE either. So yeah, kind of like a mid-tier one, lower mid-tier. Anku Incarnon, this one originally came out and was like the actual biggest joke of an Incarnon in the game. Then, like, basically everyone's complaining this Incarnon's bad. A couple weeks later, DE reworked it entirely. The current version of what this does, basically when you become Incarnon form on this, it has a special ability where after doing a sly attack, the next 6 attacks after that sly attack will be a guaranteed slash. And what that means is, you don't know how scythes work. There's a scythe right here. That means that on heavy attack, it will be a guaranteed double slash proc. So pretty much as much slash procs as you can get in one hit from, you know, a scythe. So basically double slash procs. Not even the Hate Incarnon can do that, but the Hate Incarnon's probably just better. This thing is easier to get though, and it has some pretty nice mobility stat stick stuff right here. Swordsman Celerity with melee weapon equipped, plus 20% movement speed. Movement speed increase is different than a sprint speed increase. You know, sort of right there, sprint speed, parkour velocity. The movement speed multiplier is different than that, so this is a very nice movement speed thing, but you have to be holding a melee to use that. So a nice one regardless. I think it's definitely underrated by a lot of people. The Gorgon Incarnon, the Incarnon form on this becomes a delayed explosion, heat, like auto rifle kind of thing. It can hit really hard, and this would also get a mini rework after it came out. The delayed explosion, I believe, is less terrible now, but it's still not really a top weapon at all. It can do level 10,000s and all that, and I use this for Plague Star with the Metamorphic Magazine Augment to petrify the boss, but that was just more for novelty and laziness fun. This is not really a must-have Incarnon at all. I recommend the Prisma Gorgon on this one if you have it, but you could definitely skip this one, guys. It's an impact-focused machine gun. You don't really need that most of the time. And one of my favorite Incarnons this week is the Angstrom Incarnon, and what this one will do is it's normally a rocket launcher pistol, but the Incarnon form will become like a bouncing fireball machine gun thing, and they'll bounce around and do really good damage. This did have a glitch where it would give you more ammo for other weapons, but that has been patched out. And yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, this is just the normal situation now. It just hits really hard and is a powerful rocket launcher pistol. Some of the top Incarnons give you big crit increases too. So after all that being discussed, what are my mech recommendations this week? My recommendations this week are the Boar and the Angstrom. I feel like these other ones right here are not really as meta. If you're looking for a good melee and you have the Anku like weapon already, you could go for maybe the Anku. Now let's say you don't have the Prisma Angstrom. The Prisma Angstrom is really expensive right now, like 500 plat, because Barrow hasn't brought it in a while. If you don't have the Prisma Angstrom, I have never tried the normal Angstrom, so you might want to go for the Anku or the Gorgon if you don't have the Prisma Angstrom. If you don't have the Boar Prime for that matter, you could try the normal Boar, I guess, but yeah, basically just go for whatever you have. And a reminder that it's not really a big deal if you don't get the stuff this week, because they're always available if you want to drop 200 plat. So yeah, Main recommendations, Angstrom and Boar. Enjoy those really high-powered weapons. And yeah, hope the RNG's on your side. Alright, so the Archon hunt this week is going to be... What? I thought it was the blue Archon. Aw, man. I'm waiting for my last blue Tau Shard for Saren, by the way. I want to make 5 green Tau Shard Saren really bad. I've been waiting months for it. But we do have the yellow Archon Shard, or the amber Archon Shards with the Snake Archon. The mission types are Rescue, Interception, and the final boss showdown. A pretty quick Archon hunt today. Reminder, this guy does like to deal toxin procs to you, so if you're running a frame that is entirely reliant on shield gating, you might be getting one shot. So just be aware of that, but yeah, Archon hunts are pretty easy nowadays, so good luck getting that Archon Amber Shard, which will give casting speed, parkour velocity, and things like that. Moving on to the Kahl mission, the thing I've been telling you guys I think is more important now than ever. We do have, well, at least as someone that has done every Kahl mission, we're going to have probably Prison Break, I think it is. So, Chipper has a Crimson Archon Shard, if you want to be getting those to fuse into Orange Archon Shards or Purple Archon Shards, which are very, the purple ones are really nice, one of the orange ones really. For Kahl missions, I'm on Prison Break, and we got Deathless, complete without dying or becoming veiled. Did you really hit me with the 15 minutes again, DE? Oh my god. Destroy 5 sentient immune nodes with the command attack. Collect 5 gene stamps. Get 10 kills while using the Hellion jetpack. Complete the mission in under 15 minutes. This is a very long mission, so we'll see if that's actually going to be happening today. And then also take out 10 enemies with the dropship. That one's super easy. But yeah, 15 minutes. This mission takes like 12 minutes at the very lowest. So yeah, that's going to be kind of rough. At least there's no forced mini-boss here, but I probably won't be finding the gene stamps because they're just really not marked that well on the map. Ever since they did the changes that, a couple months ago. Alright, so that's your Kahl mission. For the Nightwave stuff, right, there is no actual end date for the Nightwave yet, guys, so no rush. They will tell us at least 2 weeks in advance before this is about to go away, and I will definitely give you a heads up on that. Alright, so for the normal weeklies, we got complete 3 scans for Cephalon Samaris, unlock 3 relics, and is there any other normal weeklies? Only got 2 normal weeklies, okay. And then for the Elite Weeklies, we got complete a defense mission reaching at least wave 20. That's your first Elite Weekly. And capture or kill an Eidolon Hydrodust. That is the 3rd Eidolon, the big green one with the lightning strikes. So yeah, good luck getting that one for some extra Nightwave rep. And then there's your permanent weeklies here. Kill 500 enemies, complete 15 missions, and kill 30 Eximus. For your Nightwave cred offerings, let's see what we got. So yeah, another way to get Orokin cells, or Orokin reactors are right there. From Nightwave creds, there are kind of a lot of Nightwave creds though. Night Tane, as always. See these helmets here. We got a wolf poster, got it, and we got Gauss Mag helmet. Just a bunch of helmets. Inaros newest helmet. Inaros is getting reworked in March, so if you want my favorite Inaros helmet, there it is. Got a lot of aura mods this week. Got corrosive projection, enemy radar, rifle amp, EMP aura, rifle scavenger, pistol scavenger, and sprint boost. The best ones this week are definitely corrosive projection, enemy radar, and sprint boost. In its order of usefulness, probably number 1 corrosive projection, number 2 sprint boost, number 3 enemy radar, I guess. They're all just good. These other ones over here are just kind of like rejects, to be honest. For the mastery fodder and other things like that, we've got the Glaive normal blueprint, and we've got the Dark Dagger blueprint. There's also the Saturn 6 Captura scene. That's pretty cool. For your Conclave Augments, you got Directed Convergence for the Supra, Purifying Flames for Ember, and Ambush Optics for the Rubico. Nothing really of much value there. Alright, so that's basically it for the reset stuff, guys. Reminder as well, I know some people said this last week. Reminder, there are Netra cells. There are, you can go to Iron Wake to get some ribbons and all that. If you didn't know that stuff, I only cover the things in these videos that are like RNG related, so just a reminder, though, that those things do exist, such as Netra cells and all that. Alright, so let's take a look. And speaking of RNG, let's take a look at these RNG invigorations. Reminder, these will be different per player, but I just like to show them to see maybe a preview of some fun stuff coming up in the week. The Mirage video from a couple weeks ago, that was because of invigoration for the most part. Alright, start off with Octavia. Okay, so this will be great. If you watched my Zombie Octavia video like 2 days ago, this will be great. Big damage increase for my Burst and Prime, a ton of extra energy I didn't even need. I mean, it could have been better. Maybe some parkour velocity would have been nice, but hey, not bad. I play Octavia a lot, so I'll take that one. Moving on to Necros, we got increased ability duration and 5 jump resets. Kind of random one for Necros, but I'll take the extra ability duration, make my Shadows last longer, make my Nourish last longer if I'm doing a Nourish build. Just a decent one in general. And then for the last one, we got for Gara, we got 250% increased secondary damage and status immunity. I mean, immunity to stasis is nice. I kind of would prefer that on Octavia over Energy Max, but hey, decent invigorations. Frames I actually like, Octavia, Necros, and Gara. So yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Hopefully you found this one fun and helpful. There will likely be a hotfix this week. There will likely be a dev short this week with Rebecca and Steve as well. So they'll probably give us information on that hotfix later in the week, and they'll also tell us probably some Dante Unbound information for March. So see you guys next one. Good luck on all your drops, and I'll see you on stream very soon. Take it easy. Bye.